welcome back to the InaneBrains podcast. Jena is still having trouble sitting the fuck down.
I can't sit.
I just realized I have my glasses on.
Yeah, you nerd.
Says you, you weirdo.
No, I'm not a weirdo.
Anyway, follow us on Instagram at InaneBrains, InaneBrains. Please follow us if you want to stay updated. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe, comment. We'll tell you what to comment at the end of this video. There anything you want to talk about? Because I forgot what I wanted to talk about.
Basically, we're going to talk about Blue Beetle because we both saw it and we were both very
that
disappointed.
shit was ass.
Horrible.
Okay, so I watched it with my dad, and my dad is the type of person, you know, he grew up in a very different time. The time of, gangs, violence, a lot of Tupac, all that. So he grew up to be tough, rugged, all that shit. So as we're watching this movie, he was like, this pussy punk ass motherfucker should get the fuck up and start fighting these niggas, or else I'm gonna go over and kick his ass myself.
Through the TV.
Yes, so...
That actor is from Cobra Kai. Well,
I did hear about that. So yeah, that was basically his whole thing.
Good for him.
And my take on it is, I do agree with my dad. If you had superpowers, fucking use them. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're getting your ass kicked, but let's be political and let's talk to him. Which is a stupid ass trope, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is. We're just sick of it, dude.
We
have superhero fatigue.
Yeah. And not even that, but that trope of when the main character gets their powers, but they don't
kill.
Yeah, don't kill. Let's talk about it. No, you're getting your fucking ass kicked. He said he's gonna kill you. Fight back.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And your weapon can the whole beetle thing can form into any weapon you can fucking think of. So when I think of that shit, my imagination goes wild. I'm thinking like ray guns, fucking nuking shit out the sky.
And he came up with a sword,
a big ass sword. Yeah, and like, ooh.
Blasters that all look the same, but do different things.
Right, one pushes away, one actually shoots out energy, whatever that shit is.
One is audio, one is other thing. Right. But they look the same.
I'm thinking of so many different things,
They should have went the Green Lantern route, because it really is just another kind of Green Lantern.
No doubt, yeah, but...
It's like, anything you can imagine.
Right.
And let's be honest, the Ryan Reynolds movie... It wasn't the best movie, that Green Lantern movie, but I think I would take it over the Blue Beetle.
No doubt. But I actually think that the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern is not as bad as what people make it out to be. Definitely. I think it's a solid 7 out of 10. The end of Deadpool
when he's like, "You've made it now," and he has that script of Green Lantern where he kills himself.
Yeah. But yeah, that movie was ass, man. And then how they kind of paced it too was super weird. Because first he was like, oh, I don't want to kill anybody. Then towards at the end where he thought his uncle died, he's like, oh, I want to kill you now. Like, what the fuck?
It doesn't make any sense. Also, like, his family kills a bunch of people.
No, his grandma was a G. She had the minigun and was spraying motherfuckers.
I was like...
That shit was funny.
I was half expecting, like, a Brandon Rogers video when the old lady is fucking, like, getting fucking wet over the guns. And yes.
Yeah.
I get to kill.
Yeah, nah, she was spraying dudes. But... I mean, his character was kind of annoying. He was just... They try to make him... Because in the comics, right, he's supposed to be, like, almost like a Spider-Man type of, like, witty fucking jokes here and there.
Yes, he's a kid, so, yeah.
Right, but I feel like they didn't convey that really well.
No. If anything, they made him less kid-like. Because, like, you know, they have his sister and, like, other people that are just, like, way more...
The family was kind of annoying, too.
They're way more representative of the age range, and he seems to be the more mature one. Right. In a sense of being, like...
Which I get, like, in the comics he was in high school, but here he's, like, fresh out of college, right?
They're aging him up a bit.
Which I thought was a cool choice. I was like, alright, that's interesting.
The version that I'm familiar with, I'm pretty sure he's going to college because he lives in a dorm with a roommate, like Spider-Man.
Right.
Right, but, the version I know is the Brave and the Bold version.
The version I know is the DC animated movies.
DC animated movies? You mean like the ones that are hyper realistic, like Teen Titans versus Justice League?
That one.
Yeah. Just that movie.
Well, not that movie, but yeah.
That's the only one I've seen him in.
I've seen all of them. Like,
yeah, me too, but that's the only one I've seen Blue Beetle in.
Well, he's in, like, the couple of the other ones where they first introduced him, whatever. But yeah, that's the one I think of, but he was low-key kind of annoying in that, too.
I don't like the way they drew him up in that one. I like the way they draw him in, Brave and the Bold. Have you seen Batman Brave and the Bold?
I have not, because I always thought it looked super cringe.
So the art style, I fucking voice crack when
the
you
art
say that. The art style is really...
Yeah, drop your balls right quick.
It's really comic-based and, what's his name? Adam West themed, because his suit is blue.
Right.
That's how you know it's sillier.
Right.
If it's a darker suit, it's serious. If it's a lighter suit, it's funnier.
That's what I thought. I thought it was, like, a funnier type of approach.
Most of the time, but, like, it's more like, you know, kids' cartoon where it has light moments, but there's risk involved a lot of the time. The Blue Beetle, I know, he's actually the first episode of Brave and the Bold, I believe. The Blue Beetle episode with Jaime and his roommate and whatever. And they're watching Batman on the news and they're all like, wow, wouldn't it be cool? And he's like, do you think I'll be on the news someday like that type of thing? And so the story in the first episode is Batman's willing to recruit him, I guess, to like his... I don't know if he has like a league or whatever, but he has like a trusted group of friends. I mean,
at that point,
not
the whole Bat family is the whole thing.
Exactly.
Robin, the other Robin, the other Robin, the other Robin.
He's recruiting him to that.
Batgirl.
Yeah. The list goes on. Batwoman. Yeah.
That's why I said Robin, the other Robin, the other Robin, the other Robin.
Baby Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all this. Yeah, all that. But anyway. He's basically, like, testing him.
Right.
And they even make the comparison as, like, yeah, he's like Green Lantern, so his powers would be useful.
Right.
And, I think he gets, like, a god complex in it, and he learns to dial it back. And I mentioned this because he gets captured in the actual movie, the one that we watched that was bad.
Yes.
And he's captured in that first episode as well. And he's... the same method of capture. He's, like, in a big circle. And he's upside down.
Real creative.
And he's upside down.
Real creative.
In The Brave and the Bold, the villain plays, like, he, like, bangs a gong or something. Certain audio makes the beetle want to jump out of him.
Oh, like Venom.
Like that, yeah. That's what they did in that one. And
jeez,
so,
his whole thing is just an amalgamation of just different characters.
It really is. What's supposed to make Jaime different is the fact that he, like, his age, first of all, to make him more of a Spider-Man character.
Right.
And that he's Mexican.
Yeah, it's
part of his identity that he's Mexican.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's one thing I was like, at that point in the movie, too, at that point, is it just racist?
I don't know.
Because they really, like, hyper, like,
they've
stylized his family. Like,
I hate to call it pandering, but it is. It's really a lot of pandering.
Which I don't think I have the most traditional Mexican family in that sense, but at that point we're not.
It's like, yeah, I get I get what you're doing.
Right, we ain't like that, bro.
It's like, yeah, I get it. He's getting a job and he thinks it's gonna be great, but even though he has a degree, he gets a job cleaning gum off of a table.
Right, and then all his family's like, oh, good for him. We ain't got no money. Like at that point, it's just like, is that fucking racist at that point?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? So
one family member has health problems. We got to take care of the family member with health problems.
Right.
The sister's pushy, like his
and
Mexican sister.
Right, and then I felt like when spoilers, by the way, but this shit has been out for like what? How many months? 2, 3?
I don't know.
Whatever. Don't watch it anyway.
Don't watch it anyway.
His dad dies, but I felt like there was no risk in that because that could have totally been avoided.
Definitely.
You have infinite amount of powers. There's some way that you could have fend off that helicopter and saved your fucking dad.
Also, major loss in giving the suit no personality.
Same! Oh my god!
I was like, oh, they're making her talk in this one.
Oh
my god! Maybe they'll give her personality. No.
That thing, dude.
No.
At least in like, in that movie too, the Teen Titans versus the Justice League. At least it had some sort of like
kind of
cues and stuff.
Like a dynamic.
Yeah. Yeah. So like. Dude, that's what pissed me off too. That whole thing.
She doesn't speak. She like beeps like alien tech. She
right.
Beep, boop, boop, or whatever.
Right.
And then he can just understand it, and it's like funny because it's like, oh yeah, beep boops, and then he understands it. and they have conversations, and it's funny.
Yeah, because it's
people.
real. It's sentient.
Yes.
And this thing, it acts like a fucking robot. It doesn't seem real.
It seems like they just said it's sentient to excuse the reason why it's not doing what he tells it to.
Right.
And it was like,
that
dude, she's not doing what he tells him to because sometimes she knows best and whatever.
And of course they had to get an A-list actress to do the fucking voice. I don't know. You know Becky G.
I don't know that.
Singer, Hispanic singer-songwriter.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that, but definitely it's like, oh wow, look at that. We made it a famous person, but it has no personality still.
And all of that to be a 2-hour fucking film.
It was so boring.
So boring.
If I had watched that in theaters, I would have killed myself.
Absolutely.
Because I was like, oh.
I was excited for the Blue Beetle movie.
Me too. I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool.
This looked super interesting. I'm like, finally, the DC
I like
cinematic.
Blue Beetle. You know, I like Blue Beetle. Yeah.
I like Blue Beetle because you reminded me of like a Spider-Man.
I don't know too much about Blue Beetle. Maybe they'll dive deeper.
Well,
I know everything that's happening on the screen already, so it's like I didn't get any new information about Blue Beetle.
I always perceive Blue Beetle as like a Spider-Man Venom type of hybrid type shit.
Basically, that is his power. But like, what's supposed to stand out is
at least Venom in the fucking Venom movies had a personality, and he was fun.
We talked about it in like a previous episode when Venom the movie came out. We were like, you know what? I kind of liked it. And
I
both
loved
agreed.
Venom.
Yeah, we both agreed. We liked it because of the dynamic that
I
they had.
loved Venom. I loved the first and the second one. I like the first more because I like the voice better.
Yeah, yeah.
In my opinion, but both were great.
Yeah, because it's like, well, Venom prior, from my personal experience, is just like a parasite that is just kind of like, oh, it's evil thoughts and whatever, and like they get rid of it at the end, sort of thing. It's just a villain that kind of happens.
Right.
This one, yeah, personality, anti-hero take as well.
Well, because in the comics they kind of made him more anti-hero. They kind of
did they change it later? I didn't know
so
about
first he was like a villain, and then they, as time went on, they kind of formed him to be more anti-hero-ish because of like Eddie Brock's whole resolve. Because Eddie Brock in the comics, he actually honestly wanted to do good. Yeah. So that's why they kind of molded him more towards anti-hero. Yeah. So they gave Venom more of a personality to kind of like combat that. Yeah. So that's why I liked it, and then they kind of like delved on it more in the movies, and I think it's great.
Yeah, I like the first one.
That shit was not.
That was not. Yeah.
That I was so sad because I was so because. I remember
it's a
that.
Letdown.
Yeah.
Honest letdown.
2 weeks ago. I think I saw that movie 2 weeks ago. 2-3 weeks ago. At the most a month ago. I'm sitting here. I see it's on fucking HBO Max. I don't call it Max because that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, stop it. It's called. You should have just called it HBO if you wanted to cut it down.
Right.
Anyway.
So I'm sitting here. I see it. And I'm like, oh, I want to watch this movie. Hey, Dad, you want to watch the movie with me? He's like, what the fuck is this shit, son?
What is this shit?
And I'm like, oh, it's a new Blue Beetle movie. I'm like, who the fuck is a Blue Beetle? Because he's he's under the impression, because he's super OG superheroes like
Superman, Batman,
Amazing Friends. You know what I mean? That
Super Friends, you mean?
Super, whatever, that old.
Okay, yeah.
So he only knows of those ones. So he's like, who's he? Who the fuck is this guy? And I'm like, oh, he's a little more recent, whatever. And he's like, all right, son, throw this shit on.
He's a more modern superhero.
And throughout those 2 hours, my dad was complaining the entire time, but it was kind of funny.
To you? Just like,
no, towards the movie.
Oh, he's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, what the fuck is this? Grow fucking pair and fight this nigga. And I'm just like, I'm just laughing in the corner.
Did he like the new Batman movie? The newest?
We actually did see that together for the first time around that time, and he thought it was okay. He thought it was pretty chill.
So, meet his expectations.
Right. Well, because he doesn't really care for Batman as a character. Because how he perceives Batman is like this rich boy that, you know, solves all his problems with money.
My hero.
Right. I actually liked Batman a lot more because of you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because did I tell you to watch animated?
Not even animated, but just the fact of how much you appreciated him, and I
love him.
And dude. I started to really research. I'm like, wait, this guy is kind of a G.
Because like the rich bit of it is obviously like the number one. Well, if you're looking for something that's more down to earth, don't look for Batman.
Right.
That's just who he is as a character.
Because that's the thing. When my dad thinks of Batman, he thinks of what is it? Super Friends, Amazing Friends. What is it?
Yeah, it's Super Friends.
So that version of Batman, it's pretty much him, rich boy. I got all this money, so I got all these gadgets and shit.
When I think of Batman, I think of
Justice League Batman.
I think of I'm speaking more in like a metaphorical sense. I think of like the pioneer that Batman, like the idea of Batman is, because like the Gothic design is not really like, well, at the time, because he was blue, remember?
Right.
He's all colorful.
That's what my dad thinks of Batman.
The fucking dance when he does.
Well, not even that, but just that type of like his whole thing is like, I have all these gadgets and money, so that's my
power.
That's his whole personality. When I think of Batman, I think of that detective side, that sort of analytical side. I can pinpoint all your little weaknesses. I can solve this whole fucking mystery in a minute. That's when I think of Batman. That's why I like Batman, because he's smart and quick-witted like that.
The detective bit is something I definitely want to see more of, and I'm glad that the new movie made it a mystery.
Absolutely.
And
which I think was kind of a letdown when they kind of revealed who the villain was, because whenever because when I first saw it, it was me and my sister. I think I talked about this already.
Yeah, I think, not to recap, sorry guys.
But yeah, if you haven't listened, it was me and my sister in the theater alone. It was pretty fun, but obviously us two were talking shit the entire time, and we're trying to figure out the mystery, and then it reveals to be like someone random, so I'm just like, oh, that's not really mysterious. Because whenever I think of mystery, you always think of, you know, who they just introduced, so you've tried to figure out who's connected. Yeah, exactly. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's Commissioner Gordon. Oh, maybe it's this guy. Maybe this guy. But no, it's someone completely different.
They made it way more realistic.
Absolutely. I thought it was an interesting thing that they tried to reveal it to be someone entirely unbeknownst to us, and just this random character. I thought that was an interesting approach.
The Riddler, might I say, very underrated character if you don't read comics.
Yeah.
There was a comic book series I saw. This guy was like, "This is my favorite Riddler comic." It's like amazing. Like, it breaks the fourth wall so hard. It's like a maze where Batman's stuck in, and so you keep going through the pages of like, it's like a choose your own adventure. Oh. So it says like, if you want to go left or right, skip to page this.
Oh, wow.
And it was like, yeah, it's really detailed. And every answer that you pick, it seems like Batman fails. And, like, it's something, like, really, really meta in a sense of, like,
oh shit, Jena, it's super meta and shit.
It's like, you just skip to the end.
Shit's a lot smarter than you fucking peons can ever think of. You know what I mean? It's really, you gotta use all your brain power for all this shit.
It was really, like, ahead of its time. It was like some small clue.
Jeez, you're really sucking this comic's dick, huh?
It was good. I should look it up again, actually. But anyway, yeah, it's like a really small detail. And he, like, you get to see him escape or something. And I was like, wow. And I'm not a comic book enjoyer. Like, I don't buy a bunch of comic books.
Oh, no, I'm not a comic book head either. But I'm the type of motherfucker that watch videos on comic books.
Exactly. I was like, well, I could never write something like that. That's another level of smart. And that is actually smart. It's not just a dumb riddle of like, what's black and white and red all over? Fuck you. That's
what. Yeah.
But, yeah, when I think of Batman, I think of, like, because Tim Burton's movie was, like, the first movie. That's where the theme comes from, like, the Lego theme where na-na-na-na-na.
The Tim Burton one, is that?
Yeah,
which one? Who's Batman?
Michael
Keaton?
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Okay.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I think that's... I saw the first one, and I think it's okay.
I know, but it's, like, that's what I mean of, like... Because Tim Burton's already, like, a pioneer in, like, the dark stuff. Like, his style wasn't very accepted because it's, like, so different and stylized. Obviously, now we, like, live for it, and he, like, you know, he's making sequels and shit, and, like, Wednesday.
Oh, my God. I kind of want to see that, but I also fucking don't.
The show. So you haven't seen the show, Wednesday?
No.
I watched it all when it came out, and I was like...
And I've seen the Addams Family actually fairly recently. I don't know which one it was, but it's the one.
Addams Family Values.
I don't know which one, but she goes to camp.
Addams Family Values.
That one, I saw that one. and I liked it.
Yeah,
it
that's
fun.
the sequel to their original movie. Those are, I think that's the 90s movies.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them. That's the one with Debbie and Fester, and they get together, and then Wednesday and Pugsy go to camp.
Yeah. Oh God, I forgot about that whole fucking plot
Wednesday
line.
and Pugsy go to camp.
Which
Iconic
I hated
scene.
that plot line.
What, they go into camp?
No, them two getting together.
Fuck, yeah.
That shit was so annoying. Because he was like feeding, because he was like, oh my God, I'm so fucking, right? Because that was his whole thing. He's like, oh, I'm so lonely.
I'm lonely.
Oh.
And she's like, yeah, I'm lonely too. Let's get together. I'm going to kill you on our honeymoon. And she can't kill him. And I'm getting sick of like, okay, yeah, he's oblivious, obviously.
Right. I was so fucking tired of that shit.
He's like, you can never see your family again.
I really like the camp bit though, because
hilarious.
that was fun.
She like smiles and it's scaring everyone. Mm-hmm. Right? She's like, it's okay, I can fit in. I promise. And she's like, and they're like, she's scaring me.
Right. That was fun.
Oh my God. Or and they force them to watch Disney movies in like a small cabin because they're like, you're not being happy enough.
Right. Yeah. And then she like get like fucking in a timeout like.
A cabin.
Yeah, a timeout cabin where they forced her, and she was like, I'm going through literal hell right now.
I was like, this camp is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I've been to summer camp before, and...
I had too.
Which summer camp?
Oh, God.
Do you even remember?
I don't remember the name, but... do I talk about this?
Why? Did something happen to you?
Not. Yes.
Lance was touched.
Okay, no. Fuck it. I feel like I'm old enough, and I don't really... I'm not ashamed of it at that point.
Did you fumble?
So, damn, I'm really gonna expose myself like this. But fuck it. I don't care at this point. So, I didn't stop wetting the bed until quite late. Like, I'm pretty sure I stopped in, like, the 6th grade.
Okay.
So it was pretty bad.
Okay.
So during camp, I had wet the bed, but I woke up that night and I was like, oh fuck, I just pissed myself. So what do? I grab one of my shirts that I had just wore the day prior, so at least it was dirty, and I try to mop my shit up. I'm pretty sure it was at like 3 a.m. Everyone's fucking asleep, and I was like, I don't want them to A, roast me, or B,
yikes,
like get kicked out or some shit or something.
Fuck.
I just didn't want to be known as the guy that wet the bed. So I was like, I thank God to this day that I woke up and
cleaned it,
and nothing happened. I did that incognito. Yeah, So I didn't stop. That's one of the fond memories I remember. I don't remember what that fucking camp was called, but I think it was 5th grade. It was 5th grade going
Camp Wawanakwa.
I don't remember, dude. It was 5th going to 6th, and then it was
Total
us.
Drama
It was
Island.
our school, and then the school right across the street.
Okay. Wait. Sorry.
Here.
Okay, this one.
Yeah. So it was my school and that school.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Astro Camp.
Maybe. I have no idea. I don't remember it.
Because elementary school, we went to Astro Camp, and it snowed on us. It was up in the mountains.
We didn't.
Do you remember that or no?
No.
Okay, so it's not Astro Camp then, because
you went to.
Yeah, the mountains up.
No, I mean your elementary school.
Yeah. I went to that one. Right
yeah.
there.
So yeah, that was the only thing I remember. I remember seeing my middle school crush for the first time there, because it was she came from that school. Mm-hmm. I remember the play that we did.
You did a play?
We had to make like this weird ass skit. Like it was like a bunch of groups. It was, oh my God, I remember who I cabined with too.
Yikes.
Oh my God. I just remember this fucking kid. I forgot he existed. There was this kid that used to go to my school, and I bunked with him. Okay. It was me, my homie Philbert. It was this kid Devin. And every time he woke the fuck up, he woke up like this.
Stretching.
Loud as fuck.
Damn.
For 3 fucking days straight. I had to deal with that annoying ass motherfucker.
Jesus.
Just and everyone, it was like 10 of us in there, and every time we was like, shut the fuck up, Devin. And we were like,
was he just like that, or is he doing it on purpose?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know if he was doing it on purpose, but every single time we wanted to kick his fucking ass.
Damn. We had something similar. Like,
oh my
just
god.
Like a person ruining things of like, well, our girl cabin, like girl dinner.
Oh, fucking girl boss.
Yeah.
Fucking.
But anyway, we had a cabin. Each room had 2 bunk beds.
Right. Ours too.
Yeah, that makes sense. But
I was the bottom bunk. Which I'm so glad I wasn't the top. What if that shit spilled over? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Or like seeped through.
Your shit's leaking.
I don't know.
Like, oh,
no, it actually...
Are you sure it didn't rain or nothing? I felt something.
It kind of smells.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I think a skunk sprayed me while I was sleeping.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yo, we had tons of mosquitoes in that motherfucker.
Yikes.
The first night was crazy.
Oh my
Flutters of mosquitoes. It was like a whole nest on top of our fucking...
That sounds like a fucking horrible time.
Oh my god, I forgot about that shit.
We went to Astro Camp when we were in elementary school, but then later I was part of the YMCA summer camp thing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we went to camp.
Yeah, I had to go to Boys and Girls Club.
That was the YMCA one is more like a camp,
Yeah.
like the one that's
Yeah,
portrayed in movies and stuff.
right.
Because we had to
Penitentiary
go
camp.
away and we lived there for a while.
Right.
And the school one, however, there
Containment
was like,
camps.
yeah. Okay.
See, the joke is that she's Asian.
Isn't that a song? I had a joke and I stopped.
Go ahead, not continue. Fuck it, come on. Go ahead, I'm black, I get it. Come on, slave trade, what are we gonna do?
I was gonna say, oh, is that a sauna? And he's like, no, it isn't. Definitely not a chamber.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But anyway, there was a girl, she ran through the halls all night long with a flashlight on her head.
Why?
I
don't know.
She could not sleep or something, and she just had to make it everyone else's problem. So they put her down or something. I don't know. I never saw her again.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh yeah. So like each day throughout the camp, we had like these little events, and right before this event, we were playing basketball.
Oh really? Basketball?
Oh yeah. Yep. Go ahead. And I got mad because one of the kids was ball hogging, so I threw the ball at him.
Oh,
and
shit.
I couldn't participate in that event, which I'm so glad I didn't, because it was a fucking dance party. And I'm so glad I didn't do that shit, because that was cringe as fuck.
Yikes.
It was like the 2 schools, and you had to go on like those those dance sequences you see in fucking movies.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, I get
and
it.
you go down the line, oh, do your fucking dance. I'm so glad I didn't do that shit.
We had a dance party at the YMCA camp as well. It was okay. So if you guys don't know, YMCA is a pretty Christian company, at least like ours.
Is it?
Ours at least. So our camp, the
I just only
counselors-
heard everything negative about it, like it was hell on earth.
From me or from who?
Just period from
Really?
school. Like it
wasn't.
YMCA was a whole thing.
Well, YMCA had a thing where it's like you drop your kid off at the YMCA for like the day.
Right.
But this camp is like they drive you up there, you sleep there.
Right.
Cabin, musty as hell, spiders,
Oh,
squeaky spring
Nice.
beds. Yeah.
Nice.
I was at the top, and I'm a bit of a tumbler. I toss and turn in my sleep. So the person under me, so the person under me was like, "Could you please shut the fuck up?" And I was like, "I'm so sorry. I can't help it." So
Right.
Also, I don't feel bad. This person brought like 50 Squishmallows with them or something.
Why?
I don't know. There were some like.
One of the guys in the cabin, he brought a Pokemon plush, and we used to throw it around.
That's fun.
But
This
he was he's the nicest dude on the planet. Shout out to Nick. He was on the track team too, and he was like one of the best people on the track team. But that's neither here nor there. But he was one of the coolest guys. But we kept throwing it around. And it got to the point where it kind of annoyed him. Which
Shit.
I'm so sorry. He's one of the coolest people ever too. But yeah.
Yeah.
I bunked with him. Fuck, dude.
You said you did plays. We didn't do plays. We did improv, which
yeah.
is really
Oh my god.
hard in a sense of like.
Especially if you're a child.
Yeah, they brought up like a sheet of like whatever, like a blanket, or no, it was a beach towel. It was some kid's beach towel.
Oh, what?
And then they're all like, walk through like it's a curtain. And then we walk through, and then we do something in front of the fire or whatever. And something would always go wrong. And the counselors had this thing. I remember this. They had this thing, every time something goes wrong, they stall for time by singing a song called Stall for Time.
Do you remember how
yes.
it went? Would you mind reciting for us? Because I'm curious, my damn self. Is it like 900 bottles of...
Stall for time. Stall for time.
Alright, please stop. I already know where that goes.
That's it. That was it.
Oh my god, that's cringe as fuck.
It was horrible. And then they did this camp songs, of course.
Yeah,
and since
we
it's
had
a Christian
that too.
school, they did some Christian hymns, and they sang Hallelujah. Yeah. Right? So, that's basically it.
Yeah.
I wish someone would have gotten killed, like in Friday the 13th.
Right, or like Slay Away Camp or some shit.
Yeah, I wish the 2 counselors would have gone off and fucked and then got killed.
Yeah, like something interesting happened.
At least I would have been like, oh!
Yeah, I remember the play we had to do, and I don't remember, because what it was is you got a randomized premise of what your skit had to be about. Mm-hmm. And ours we did last fucking minute, because of course we did. And my character, I think, was the raccoon. Wow, I'm just thinking about this. Holy shit.
Wow, Lance.
I never pieced those together.
Raccoon minus Rob. More like it.
Wow, I never pieced that.
You idiot.
I never pieced that shit
you
together.
You actual idiot.
Oh my fucking gosh.
I can't believe you fell for that.
Wow, oh my god. I just remember my character being funny because I can always think of just random shit on the spot.
Were the other people humans or also animals?
I think some of them were animals, some of them were humans.
And they made you the raccoon.
I think I wanted to be the raccoon.
Oh,
so I'm just digging my fucking grave. Wow. Oh my god, I never pieced that shit together.
Dad, you can't fight the white supremacy by giving the white man cheese.
Right. Oh my god, some boondock shit.
No, I want to be the raccoon.
Right.
They probably were really concerned. They were just like...
no one... Come on, bro. We're 5th grade. How do you know about... I never knew about the word coon up until fucking, whatchamacallit, up until, the fractured butthole.
Yeah, me too!
That's
I thought you were gonna say something different.
Swear!
Mine was too. I was like, what is this thing that Cartman, like the coon? And I was like, oh, fuck, really?
Right.
It's a slur?
Right. I never knew that until fucking South Park. So,
I was like, that's cute. He dresses like a raccoon.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is a fun joke. And then I saw Jacksepticeye series on it. Like, called them the coon, and I was like, oh, okay, this is still a fun joke. And I didn't know until after the fucking series I seen that, and I was like, oh, it's a slur. Nice, okay.
And it's mine.
Yeah, my people. Fuck me, I never put that shit together. Don't be like me, guys. Use your fucking brain.
It reminds me of this guy was playing like Temple Run, and then like the apes, like they look like they're made of smoke and they go away or whatever. Yeah. And the guy's so happy it's over, and he says, "Yeah, you smoke monkey." And then the guy next to him was like, "It's like what? It is." You smoke monkey.
I think I seen that video, but yeah. Anyway,
That's
just to talk about that play, I remember I made some crude joke or some weird joke, and everyone started fucking busting their ass, and I don't remember what that joke was, and apparently
of course not. It probably wouldn't be funny nowadays.
Right.
Because when I think back to funny things that I said, quote unquote, people laughed. It's not funny now.
No, no doubt. It was
just random.
I was cringe as oh yeah, I was hella random when I was younger, dude. It was so annoying. But you want to know what's even more random? Ending this super abrupt. Fuck.
Fumbler.
Ending this super abruptly. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at InaneBrains, InaneBrains. Follow us on Instagram to stay updated. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. And I think I want to do the comment this time.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
What were you thinking?
Your camp experience.
I was about to say the same thing.
Okay,
what was your camp experience if you had one as
Did you get scared? Scary stories?
Yeah.
Going to the bathroom suck? It surely did for me. And did you get touched?
Showers sucked.
Oh, they
showers sucked.
We had to shower with swimsuits. Anyway, sorry.
No, we showered butt naked.
Fuck.
But it was cool. We had closed doors, but it was like you can only we can only take 5-minute showers.
That was the rule for us as well.
Yeah, but
we're just curious, guys, because We're finding a lot of similarities currently.
I mean, come on, man. I assume 5th grade fucking camps are.
Yeah, they're all corporate. You know, they have the rules.
Yeah, if it happens every year, it should be the same for everyone. You know what I mean?
Maybe. If you're younger, tell us what's changed.
If you guys even get to go to camp now because of the whole fucking pandemic.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
If you can't comment that, I guess.
Comment your camping experiences if you ever went camping. And if you didn't go camping...
If you like camping, if you hate camping.
And if you didn't go camping, go the fuck outside. You've been staying inside too much, you fucking hermit.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say, Jenna?
Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas indeed. It doesn't feel Christmassy, though.
It's not.
Fuck Santa. Hate that white bitch.